All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are diving into a tool that's really changing how we all interact with information, Google's NotebookLM.
You know the feeling, right? You're just drowning in documents, articles, and research. You've got all the files, all the links, but trying to make sense of it all? That's a huge challenge.
And this is where NotebookLM comes in. Now, this isn't just another chatbot that scours the whole internet. No, this is a private AI that works only with the stuff you give it. Think about that. It becomes an expert, but only on your material.
So what exactly is this thing? Well, think of it less like a search engine and more like a dedicated personal research assistant.
And man, it has evolved fast. I mean, it only started back in 2023 as this little experiment called Project Tailwind. And from there, it just exploded, adding these powerful audio and now video features that make it a seriously powerful multimodal tool.
And you can really see the impact it's having. Like this one user on Reddit, a full-time student with 2 jobs, can you imagine? Put it perfectly. He said it's like having a full-time research admin. For him, it means he can finally digest these super dense security white papers while he's on the bus between class and work. That's a total game changer.
Okay, so let's get into the superpowers. How are people actually using this thing day to day? Because its applications are incredibly diverse, and that's where you see its real power.
I mean, we're seeing everything. Students are using it to create study guides for tough exams, like for insurance or Azure certifications. Professionals are using it to make sense of, super dense ERP documentation or complex legal guidelines. Even content creators are getting in on it, generating SEO outlines from competitor articles. And get this, people are using it for job hunting, comparing their resume to a job description to write the perfect cover letter. It's practical and it's powerful.
And the best part? The whole workflow is just so straightforward. First, you just upload your sources, and that can be anything. PDFs, Google Docs, website links, even YouTube transcripts. Then, you just start asking it questions in plain English, just like you're talking to a person. And what you get back are answers that are grounded in your material, with citations that point right back to the original text. From there, you can generate new formats, like outlines or timelines, with just a single click.
But let's be real. The thing that made NotebookLM famous, what made it go viral, is its ability to totally transform your material. I'm talking about its most famous feature, the audio overview. This thing takes a boring wall of text and turns it into, well, a podcast for your ears.
And we're not talking about some robotic voice just reading the text.
No way.
It actually generates this surprisingly human-like podcast with 2 different AI hosts who discuss and sometimes even kind of debate the content of your documents. It's a brilliant way to make dense info not just accessible, but actually engaging.
But of course, Google didn't just stop at audio. They took it one step further. So now, your notes don't just have a voice, they have slides.
Right, so this is the new video overview feature, and it does exactly what it sounds like. It creates a whole narrated slide presentation automatically. It actually goes through your sources and pulls out key quotes, numbers, even diagrams, and puts them on slides. And it's all narrated by a new single AI host voice. The whole idea is to make complex data and processes feel more tangible.
Now, this is an awesome feature for sure, but just a heads up, it's not instantaneous. In one test somebody ran, it took about 13 minutes to generate a video from just a single podcast transcript. So, it's powerful, but it does require a little bit of patience.
Okay, so we've talked about the cool stuff, but like with any brand new AI tool, it's not perfect. It is absolutely crucial to do a little reality check and understand the limitations.
And probably the most significant issue is the potential for what we call AI hallucination. Basically, the AI just making stuff up. One user, who's an expert in history, tested it with some pretty lengthy historical documents he knew really well, and he found a bunch of factual errors. So the takeaway here is really clear. You have to fact-check the output. Seriously, especially for using it for anything formal.
Now, if you compare NotebookLM to other tools out there, you can see the trade-offs. It's really built for simplicity, not for power users. Since it's a closed, cloud-based system, you don't have much control over data privacy, there's not a lot of support for integrating with other apps, and there's really no way to fine-tune or customize the AI models themselves.
And there are other little quirks users have been reporting. Things like inconsistent answers, or what some people are calling brain farts, where it just kind of loses the plot. You also can't retrieve a URL once you've uploaded it, which is kind of weird. And for now, those new audio and video features, they're pretty much English only. Plus, they're rolling out slowly and might end up requiring a paid Google One plan.
So, okay, we've got the strengths, we've got the weaknesses. What's the bottom line here? Who is this tool actually for? Is it for you?
Look, the most important thing is understanding the right tool for the job. A tool like ChatGPT, that's your broad, creative, conversational partner. It's great for brainstorming and one-off questions. NotebookLM is totally different. It is a deep, focused research specialist. It's like a private tutor that lives inside your specific research material.
And this really shows you where it wins hands down. For deep research and studying based on your own material, it's amazing. It's also fantastic for repurposing content you already have. But if you're looking for quick, general answers about stuff outside of your documents, yeah, you're probably better off just using a regular search engine.
So in the end, the real power of NotebookLM isn't just that it can summarize things for you. It's that it transforms static, flat information, your notes, your articles, your research, into an interactive dialogue. It literally makes learning an active process instead of a passive one.
And that really leaves us with a final, pretty provocative thought. As these kinds of tools keep evolving and getting more accessible, you have to wonder, are we heading towards a future where every single learner, every student, every professional has their own personal AI tutor perfectly tailored to whatever they need to learn? It feels like that future is getting closer every day.